Ladies and gentlemen, listen closely. What I'm about to share is nothing short of fascinating. Picture this: a player, handpicked in the early rounds of the NFL draft, touted as one of the brightest young talents from a football powerhouse, suddenly finds himself without a team. Now, before you think this is just another routine cut, let me stop you right there. The whispers around the league are getting louder. The Kansas City Chiefs might be gearing up to make a move that could send shockwaves across the gridiron. And if this happens, the implications could alter the trajectory of their season and beyond. Buckle up, folks, because this isn't your average transaction. It's about potential redemption and the calculated brilliance of a team that's proven time and again why they're the gold standard of the league. Let's dive in. When you talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, you're discussing one of the most dynamic, calculated, and forward-thinking franchises in football. This isn't a team that makes hasty decisions or gambles recklessly. Every move they make is strategic, calculated, and aimed one thing: winning championships. Now, let's talk about veteran Matthews, a defensive lineman overflowing with upside who has suddenly become available. You better believe a team like the Chiefs is going to take notice. Matthews isn't just any player. He's a product of Alabama, a school that doesn't just produce good players, but elite, NFL-ready talents. A second-round pick in 2022 and a top 50 selection, he arrived in the league with a reputation for being versatile, tough, and disruptive. But here we are, with Matthews sitting in the waiver pool, waiting for another team to give him a chance. This isn't a case of talent running out, it's about opportunity meeting timing. For the Chiefs, this opportunity couldn't have come at a better time. Let's be honest, their depth on the defensive line has been shaky. They've been relying on short-term deals and patchwork strategies, which, while somewhat effective, just aren't sustainable in the long run. Matthews represents more than just a filler on the roster. He could be the solution. That said, he hasn't yet lived up to his potential. His time in Washington has been underwhelming, playing only 12 games and logging just 17 tackles, landing near the bottom of Pro Football Focus defensive lineman rankings. But let's dig deeper. This isn't merely a reflection of his talent. It's about fit, system, and opportunity. The Chiefs excel at taking players who've been written off, dusting them off, and putting them in positions to succeed. Just look at their track record. How many times have we seen them pick up undervalued players and turn them into key contributors? Matthews could easily fit that mold. This is a young man who dominated elite competition at Alabama, racking up tackles for loss and sacks over 54 games. His final season with the Crimson Tide was stellar, and it's that player, the one who wreaked havoc on SEC offenses, that the Chiefs could be banking on. At just 26 years old, Matthews still has a lot to offer. He's versatile, capable of playing inside or outside, and has a skill set that can make him a disruptive force when utilized correctly. Pair him with the Chiefs' already formidable front seven, and you're looking at a defense that could transition from good to elite in an instant. But let's be clear, this move isn't just about depth, it's also a long-term strategy. The Chiefs are aware that depending on short-term contracts and veteran stopgaps won't sustain success. They need young, controllable talent, and Matthews could be that long-term building block. Let's not forget the intangibles. Matthews is a player with something to prove. He's been cast aside and is now looking for redemption. That motivation, combined with the Chiefs' coaching and culture, could create the perfect storm. Now, will the Chiefs make this move? Let's be crystal clear, there's always a risk when picking up players like Matthews. The NFL is a competitive landscape, and every player on the field is fighting for their next opportunity. But with Matthews' pedigree, the risk is minimized because of the upside. You're not just betting on potential. You're betting on a player who has shown he can perform at the highest level when given the right environment. So, what does all of this mean for the Chiefs? They're looking at the bigger picture, thinking beyond just this season, and aiming to secure young talent that can contribute both now and in the future. Matthews represents that investment. If he realizes his potential, the Chiefs will have a foundational piece for years to come. With their recent success, the Chiefs aren't exempt from the challenges that come with sustaining greatness. They have needed improvements on the defensive line, and Matthews could elevate them to the next level. This isn't just about patching up a weakness, it's about making their defense even more formidable. So, Chiefs Kingdom, don't miss out. If the Chiefs make this move, don't be surprised if Matthews turns out to be one of the most impactful signings of the year. This is how dynasties are built. For all the latest updates and to stay on top of every big play, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the video showing up in the middle of the screen. Let's keep this momentum going.